Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Clarence Robinson, and coming to you today with our final briefing for this term. And again, I'm currently a junior here at Troy University. Now I know it. I said in that last video that this was my last time saying I was a junior. I said it, and I try to be truthful. But you know what? I actually forgot that we had another briefing. So this truly is the last time that I'm coming to you guys saying that I'm a junior here at Troy University. Let's get straight into it. Today, we'll be discussing the movie, Remember the Titans. Now, in the movie, our main focus today is talking about the leadership styles of Coach Boone and Coach Yost. And we're going to see how those leadership styles worked out for them in the movie. We're going to talk about what about those leadership styles were they needed for the time they were in. And we're going to talk about if there were any other leaders in the movie that really brought out what was going on in the movie. So let's get straight into it. First off, Coach Boone. Now, just looking at Coach Boone right off the bat, one would say Coach Boone is an authoritative leader. Now, I know there are a lot of definitions out there for authoritative leadership, but I chose this one just because it fits Coach Boone at the time. It said authoritative leadership is one of the first 6 leadership styles introduced by psychologist Daniel Goleman in his theory of emotional intelligence. Authoritative leaders, according to Goleman, are those who can articulate a vision and mobilize people toward that vision. Now in this movie, we know Coach Boone had a vision. Coach Boone was able to articulate that vision, and it was his vision. And Coach Boone didn't take anything off anyone. I'll give you a good example in the movie. One great example is when Gary came out. And he came to the bus. And those of you who don't remember Gary Bertier was the white linebacker. Him and Ray came up to the bus, and they pretty much were going to throw their demands out to Coach Boone about being on the team, what they wanted, what they required to be a part of their team. Well, Coach Boone let him get it out, but once he finished, Coach Boone quickly let him know that he was chief or head person in charge of that team. Even went so far as to have Gary call him Daddy. Now, you know that had to be most humiliating for him to call him Daddy in front of his friend. But that's probably just movie magic, but still, that was a very good scene in that movie just to show that he didn't play about his leadership. Getting to Coach Yost. Coach Yost demonstrated democratic leadership all day long. And for those of you who may not be in this class and watch this video, the definition of democratic leadership is also known as participative leadership or shared leadership. It is a type of leadership style in which members of the group take more participative role in the decision-making process. This type of leadership can apply to any organization, from private businesses to schools or to government. Me personally, I identify with being a democratic leader. I somewhat tend to allow my team around me to come up with decisions, make decisions, and sometimes, even though I may have the best decision or the best way to do something, I figure if I allow that person to make mistakes or to grow, then they will grow. Even though they may not have the best thing going on for us at that time, by allowing that person to dibble and dabble in making decisions, then they are able to make those mistakes and get stronger. And thus my team will get stronger. You're only as strong as the people that you put around you. But I wouldn't say that Coach Boone authoritative leadership was a bad thing, because the situation called for that. You know, he came into a volatile situation, racism, someone had just been murdered, him being forced to another job, and his entire family being moved. With the white kids, they were upset that the black kids coming in, and so there was a lot of tension going on in that situation. And Coach Boone had the vision enough to know that he had to show that tough love in order to get control of that team. One good example of this was when Coach Boone, they were at the camp and they were practicing. And Coach Jones asked Coach Boone, said, "You run this? It's not military. This is a high school football team." And they went out. If you remember, they went out and they went to the gravesite. And at the gravesite, he was letting them know how all those young people died senselessly for nothing, and how they lost their battle over nothing. And he was saying that if that team didn't come together, if they didn't work together to make the common goal, then when they got back, anything they did, nothing would have mattered. He had to be tough on the team because they were facing a very tough situation. And also, even though he was an authoritative leader, was he a true authoritative leader? If you remember in the movie, he also asked all the players in the movie to get to know each other. And in the kitchen, he singled out, I believe the kid was named Louis. He was the big white kid in the movie, like himself. He was a big guy. He got up and he talked about his teammates. He called out the one teammate wearing a bikini, just to get you to remember what I'm talking about. And he also talked about Rev. But the thing that I want to stick with you guys is when he went up to him, Coach Boone walked up to him. Now, if Coach Boone was this tough, authoritative leader who didn't care about his people, who was just goal-oriented, then he wouldn't have said what he said next. But he did. He walked up to him and he said, "What you want to do? What kind of person are you?" He said, "Oh, you're good for." "Well, I just want to hit people. I'm not that great of a football player. I just want to hit people." And he said that, "What do Rev want to do?" He said, "Rev was very smart. He wanted to go to college." He said, "Okay, cool. So what do you want to do? You want to go to college?" "No, coach. I'm not smart enough to go to college." But what did Coach Boone do? Coach Boone told him that they will work together in secrecy to get him to go to college, to get his grades up, and that he can be great. That's the true definition of a great leader. Now, Coach Boone was authoritative, and that by definition may have been his leadership style. But as any great leader knows, you must be able to dibble and dabble in each leadership style to be a well-balanced leader. That's the mark of a great leader. Whether you are authoritative, whether you are democratic, whether you are laissez-faire leader, take those styles and blend them together and become one universal great leader. In this movie, I really enjoyed how in the movie Crimson Tide, the two leaders had different styles of leadership. One democratic, one authoritative. When they got to the end of the movie, if you remember, and they were sitting at the courts, Denzel Washington in the movie thought he did everything right. But lo and behold, the judge or the general or person in charge told them that no, you both were wrong. You both should have worked together for the common goal of that team, to make the team be better. Well, in this movie, they did that. Coach Yotes, Coach Boone came together in that last section of that movie. They took those leadership styles and they blended them. When Coach Yotes came on that field and he knew they were cheating their team out of that win, he wasn't having it. He sacrificed being in the Hall of Fame for the betterment of the team because he got to know his person that was around him, which is Coach Boone. And Coach Boone got to know him and they began to trust each other. And then leadership is all about trust. No matter what you do, you must trust those around you. You only are as good as the people that are around you. Yes, you can get where you want to be, but who wants to get there alone? Who wants to sacrifice and celebrate success alone? No one. And so, before I leave, I want to mention this last thing. The leader, Gary, came out, and Julius, when they got to meet each other, they quickly came together and they said, "Julius, man, if you would do this, you'll be great. But your attitude," and Julius told him, attitude reflects leadership. Attitude reflects leadership. So, just because you're an authoritative leader, democratic, or any other kind of leader, it doesn't matter if that's your main style. Blend them together. Become one great leader. Before I go, I want to thank my family once more. My beautiful wife, Martha. Come forward. Maya. And my son, Christopher. So, again, I thank you all. And please continue on to be safe, to keep your family safe, and do everything you can, guys, during this crisis. Be blessed, and thank you.